let's jam. Anyway, welcome back to more Kingdom Hearts. Citizen Strife, about to venture into bleh. Unless we get other things to do today, but bleh, Monstro sucks. Bleh. Is that what we're doing?
I think.
Man, I wish. God, I wish that, like, the first set of recordings didn't fuck, because this is where we got to. We got to the end of Monstro, and we're gonna do Winnie the Pooh, and then it was just like, nope. And we did, like, a whole, like, Dogma and Mallrats, like, line of jokes. We were talking about Kevin Smith stuff, and it was just like, this is gonna go through this terrible state. Like, if you like Monstro, that's great. We do not. We are very selective on the areas we like. I happen to like Agrabah, Hollow Bastion, Halloween Town.
Now, my thing is, do we want to have Monstro up here or down here?
Does it make a difference?
No. Just whichever world I choose is just which path he's going to show up in.
Do we want to get Monstro and Atlantica done so we know they're both done?
Let's see. This is going to be a 6-star world.
So that might be
and this one
that's
is a
Halloween
5.
Town. Yeah, I want to say that one's Halloween Town and then 6 is Atlantica, but I'm not sure.
I think it might be the other way around.
No.
So let's just pick this one.
Okay, hooray! And I'm again, it's not that we actively hate worlds. It's that
some of them are just more fun than others.
Yes, I found Agrabah, despite it being claustrophobic and weird, got me to jazz about Aladdin and Jasmine all day, which is something I would do forever. Alice in Wonderland's fine, if a bit basic, but it has some charm to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just some level of, like, I don't know. It's like, it's the design of the first game that doesn't lend itself a lot to the games, because Monstro is very convoluted and puzzled. Like, go into this hole, and go into that one, and do the thing. And
it's just because it's like a maze.
Yeah. And not in the, you're doing it like Jabu Jabu's Belly, because that's the easiest comparison. But this is not a puzzle game. This is a straightforward, platformer with some fights.
A lot of fights.
Yeah, and Tarzan's level was also convoluted, so it was just like... And I do think music has a lot to play into too. I find the music for Halloween Town is just like bouncy and fun. And at least with Atlantica, you get under the sea, like, through the entire thing. So it's like, okay. Monstro doesn't have that, though. Just kind of whimsical, but not... I don't know. I've never been a big Monstro guy. So we gotta do it.
I mean, this freaking whale.
Yeah.
Who wants to be trapped inside a freaking whale? And I think here he comes. Yep. What is that?
Whoa! It's huge! It's a giant whale! Monstro. He's a whale of a whale, and vicious besides.
Whoa, Sora, get us out of here!
Well...
Too late, he's gonna swallow us!
Oh, nom nom nom, gummy. Oh. Do we voice act this bit, or is it...
No, it's going by too fast.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You're talking about how there's a huge monster in the secret area. how cute they were.
Hey, Sora! Are you okay?
What are you guys doing? Where are we anyway? Whoa!
Oh, you know, I think that big old whale Monstro just swallowed us. And for today's weather, expect showers. Oh, heavy showers.
Hey! Who's there? It's me! Oh, it's just Pinocchio. Pinocchio?
Pinocchio? Pinocchio, where are you going? Pinocchio! Come on, everybody, after him, quick!
Well, here we go.
Okay then.
I will give Goofy this. Despite being eaten by a giant whale, he's always just got this, like, almost like Sora does. Like, he's always upbeat.
Very. Goofy is.
I'm gonna have fun with this.
What have you got there, Pinocchio?
With this, we can get out of here, Father.
Really? With this big block, you think so?
It's true. So, how did you end up here, Pinocchio?
Oh my, so the whale swallowed all of you too? My goodness!
Yeah, looks like it.
My name is Geppetto. I'm Pinocchio's father. When we got separated, I traveled all over looking for him. Thank goodness we're together again. So, you seem to know Pinocchio quite well. I hope he was a good boy in my absence. Well, we've all had quite a journey, right, Pinocchio? Pinocchio!
Here he goes.
Well.
Right?
And I guess we gotta go
Alright,
find
so now I can either do a little teeny bit of platforming in here and get a couple of chests, or I can save it for later.
Later.
I want to get
High
this
jump.
one at least.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
high
I
jump
can't.
sounds good.
I can't. Unless I'm able to, like, actually jump over them. Sora, would you please get up the darn stairs?
So, yeah, we were talking before our session started about
Oh,
what we're gonna do.
okay, never mind.
Hopefully after this. And starting with a near pole, I think the next thing, like, if we're gonna do a co-op playthrough, would be Legaia 2. And we've talked about this several times, and we got it working. So we're going to add that to the next poll.
Yeah.
But then we're talking about stuff like Tales of Berseria and maybe like the Final Fantasy VII remake. So
Here we
things
go.
we could do.
What are you doing? Come on, let's go back.
You know, Geppetto's awfully worried about you.
Pinocchio, stop fooling around. This is no time for games.
But Sora, I thought you liked games. Or are you too cool to play them now that you have the Keyblade?
Riku? What are you doing here?
Just playing with Pinocchio.
You know what I mean. What about Kairi? Did you find her?
Maybe. Catch us, and maybe I'll tell you what I know.
Oh, come on!
Damn it. So,
Riku is now the pain in my backside.
but yes.
Which
the-
was just
the
a
whole-
polite way of saying he's now being a pain in the ass.
Yes. That is kind of his role for quite a while in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it's just he has this. He and Sora have this. They're best friends, but they're also kind of rivals. They're jealous of each other.
I feel like it's mostly one-sided, and then eventually Sora does get into the rivalry, but
You know, it's really not even that. It's Sora is jealous of how cool Riku is, and how good at everything Riku
Oh.
is.
yeah.
Riku is jealous of how just laid back and uncaring Sora is. Like, Sora is just. He goes with the flow, he's always happy. He can have fun with anything, and everyone loves him. Riku is
Yeah.
jealous of that. But Sora is jealous of how Riku is just always cool, and he always knows what he's doing, and he's always so good at everything.
Yeah.
So, like, there's things about each other that they're jealous of.
And it does work well together.
They,
Because I know.
they push
go
each
ahead.
they push each other to bring out the best in each other. And they work because sometimes that's what best friends do. They bring out the best in each other.
Yeah, things you can't do by yourself, you do. I remember a Persona quote. They would say, "Two in harmony surpasses one," and the same idea applies. And it's an interesting dynamic because this franchise is kind of hinging on these three characters, and really these two. Because I remember another streamer talking about Kairi's situation, and I don't want to give too much away, but it always kind of feels like she's it sounds mean, but like a token.
Kairi and okay, Kairi has her own feelings, and sometimes Riku forgets about that. Like, they both like Kairi, but she's their third musketeer. She's one of them. She's one of their best friends, but also they both form a romantic attachment to her. There, I wanted to make sure at least one barrel got dropped over the side.
Barrel.
I just gotta keep that barrel from getting broken.
Yeah. And to be fair, some of it could also be like, as the franchise goes on, like creatively, like, because it is a thing that you do have to kind of weigh as a person who's creating a game versus someone who's creating a product, because you're also like kind of gauging what people think. And I do think most people are like, yeah, Sora and Riku are great. You know, Kairi does need more to her, but there's nothing wrong with her.
Okay, in the very first, in this game, she's a little one-dimensional because she spends a lot of the game, not there.
Yeah.
They're looking for her. We haven't even found her yet.
Yeah. And,
I
and
mean,
it does
Riku-
take until 2.
We don't know it yet, but Riku has found her. Because, I mean, they hinted as much already. They had Maleficent just show her and she told Riku to go get her. And he's on Hook's ship getting her. They've already gone and found her, and this is why he's playing around in Monstro, because now he's seen what condition Kairi was left in, and he's trying to see if there's any way he can fix it. But I won't give that part away yet, because we're gonna find her ourselves at some point.
Sora, there you go, buddy.
Okay.
And that is fair. I
just didn't want to, like, have that be. Goopy, get the hell out of the way. I don't want to smash this barrel on your head. I mean, like I said, you get what you deserve, but I don't want to smash this one. I don't want to
Kingdom
smash
Hearts.
this one because if I smash it, I won't have another one down here to use.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts, the never-ending story of Sora throwing barrels. See? Throwing barrels, yay.
Hey, I found puppies.
Ooh, puppies. Cool.
Yay.
Yeah, and to be fair, there's only so much story that someone can write. And, you know, for everybody thinking, like, you know, because me personally, I'm a sucker for the more story you get, the better. But there are also times where, and I might have mentioned this, there are some games where there are some characters that I just despise because they focus on them too much. So there is a balance that has to be had. And I do think there is a balance between all three characters, like you said.
Yeah.
They all fit together, even if Sora and Riku get the lion's share of, hey, we're playing them, or we're facing them, or we're, you know,
And-
dealing with them in a rivalry.
Right now, it's we're getting a lot of Sora because Sora is the character we're playing as. So he's just a little everywhere right now. But we're
Yeah.
getting a lot of Riku too at some point now because they've met up. And
Yes.
Riku just keeps popping up where we are.
Yeah, and it's feeding the narrative that something's not right, and they've shown it.
And at
You know.
some point, we're going to end up finding Kairi, and then she's going to enter into it.
Yeah. And to be fair, a lot of it does tie into stuff like Chain of Memories and 2. Not so much like 358 Days, because that's more about the organization than anything else, but
Actually, that game is entirely about Roxas and Axel.
yeah.
And, like, the organization...
Shield, yeah.
The organization only fits into that in so much as the fact that it's Roxas's time in the organization and him becoming good friends with Axel,
Yeah.
which had more to do with Axel being lonely than anything else.
Yeah. Axel was... He's a character, that's for sure.
I'm gonna say this, Axel is the most human member of the organization.
Yeah.
He's actually, like, he's not a bad person.
No. And I do think that is something that the more I was watching, the more I understood. Like, they weren't trying to be emotionless characters, because they weren't. It's just everybody had, like, different variations of, are we evil? Are we going to play evil people? No, but we're gonna be something, you know.
Some
and
of
then
them-
you had some people that were, like, halfway between good and halfway evil. And Axel was just
They
like,
were
I
taking
just
all of
wanna-
their cues from Xemnas. And Xemnas was evil because he had been taken over by the evil, the evil.
Yeah.
So some of them were kind of like thoroughly evil, but not all of them.
Yeah. And,
Like, look at
that-
Demix. He was kind of like a
was-
helpless little loser.
Yeah, he was the scrub lord to end all scrub lords, and I think he kind of knew it too. They
Yeah.
played into it.
He
and
totally
to be
played. They totally played into that with him. It was funny.
Yeah, and except I hated his boss fight, but we'll deal with that some other time.
Dance, water, dance.
If it wasn't so timed, I wouldn't hate it so much. But I'm partial to like Luxor gods. Just because, I'm not a gambling guy, but like it's kind of the Setzer thing from Final Fantasy VI, where it's like he's a gambler and he's kind of throwing his life away, but he's suave about it, but he's still got a heart of like he's not that bad. You know, Luxord
Hopefully,
is just like,
from what you described Setzer as, they totally did him dirty in Kingdom Hearts 2.
oh yes, they totally did. They gave him like 4 lines at best, and it was just like, no.
And they
And to be
treated,
fair-
oh my god.
But
With, do you remember anything about Setzer in Kingdom Hearts 2?
it was a waste of an appearance, to be honest with you.
Yes, it really was. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, Safer, Fujin, and Raijin got more screen time than he did. What fucking
Well,
And to be fair, they were kind of running the town, I guess.
yeah.
But again, it's something.
Somehow, BB was in their gang.
Yeah, that worked out well.
Should have still got Safer going, that's not BB. Thrash him.
No.
Okay, now I'm
Vivi
back in
hasn't had-
Chamber 1. Now I'm back in Chamber 1.
As if Vivi didn't have enough going on in his life. Now I'm in Twilight Town and I'm getting beat up. What's happening to me?
Okay, I guess
Okay.
this is the next one to go.
But yes, Vivi is best boy.
Yeah, BB is a sweetie. Okay, so where does this go? That goes back to Chamber 2. And then that one over there goes to Chamber 6. Let's see, where in Chamber 2 does this go?
So yes, if you're wondering why we're kind of on this level, it's
Here we go, Chamber 5.
Yay. Boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes.
Okay,
I'll
don't,
stop.
please. Stop. I've got an upset stomach. I don't feel like shit
You don't
right
need
now.
you don't need an upset brain.
Exactly.
That's-
I feel a little crappy right now.
Honestly, we both kind of are. I slept a little, but not up to my standard, and Lee said she's just kind of.
From what he
but,
told me about how much he slept, I slept way less than he did, and I'm
Yeah.
feeling it.
Yeah, and you're the one playing, which sucks. 'Cause I feel bad for you, because it's like.
I know.
Yeah, and again, we've decided like which
Oh,
ones
and that goes back
you're
to Chamber
comfortable-
2. Okay, where's this? God damn it!
I'm a big guy. I'm a big guy. I'm a big guy. Ow! Nope, you're not a big guy no more.
Here we go.
6. Oh yeah, there we go.
As long as I don't fall off the edge without throwing a barrel, then we're good. Do you mind? I'm just trying to get some money for it all managed. Oh. Bite me. Okay, now what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna take this,
And throw it in Goofy.
throw it up there,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna throw this down there.
Cool.
Because I don't want to end up falling down there
Having to fall over him.
and not be able to get back up here. That is very important. That's one of the reasons why they give you these barrels. So that you can get back up somewhere if you need to.
Heave ho.
Sora?
Nope. Yeah, this game.
Would
This-
you get the fuck out of my way, you goddamn dog? This is what lack of sleep does to Lee.
Yeah.
Come on!
Well, at least we're not having to do. And I know we bring this up every single time, but that freaking Dino Crisis thing. Imagine, as you are now, doing the Dino Crisis puzzle, that thing. I'm just like,
No. That's a huge fucking no right now.
yeah. So yes, you saw the second version of the barrel fight actually went super well. When the first time we recorded the barrels, it was one of those. It was return of the stabilizer and initializer kind of thing. It was awful.
Okay, I don't want to go back to Chamber 5. Ew, no more puppies. I got the freaking hiccups. Go away. Okay, I think this is the part of Chamber 5 I wanted to be in.
What is your opinion on the Dragon Quest games? I know I showed you one, but I don't know if you got it.
That's the only one I've ever seen.
Was when I streamed it.
Yeah. And it looked okay.
Again, I'm kind of go back and forth because we've been doing this for a while now. We're always kind of coming up with ideas of, hey, stuff that we want to do together if the opportunity presented itself. Because
dude, would you guys float over here, please?
Because it's not always going to be easy. But the nice thing is new games come out and new things are happening. Like Final Fantasy 16, we talked about in an earlier episode. Eventually,
Don't you fall.
Final Fantasy 16 is eventually something we will do, but not immediately. But, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, because we did 7, 8, and 9.
Well, I wasn't in part of 9.
Oh yeah, we didn't do 9. Fuck. We always could, if they ever end up remaking it, but that's years down the road.
Okay, so I'm back in 6, but in the good part of 6, this goes to 5.
The good parts of stuff. Is there a good part of Monstro though?
So this goes to 4, which I haven't even been in Chamber 4 yet.
Why do you
there's
still
a reason.
care about that boy? He has all but deserted you for the Keyblade and his new companions, after all.
I don't care about him. I was just messing with him a little.
Oh, really? Of course you were. Beware the darkness in your heart. The heartless prey upon it.
Mind your own business.
I thought she said Grey Poupon for a second.
Riku! What's the matter with you? What are you thinking? Don't you realize what you're doing?
I was about to ask you the same thing, Sora. You only seem interested in running around and showing off that Keyblade these days. Do you even want to save Kairi?
I do.
Well, postpone whatever thought. Hey, look at the save point.
Finally.
Yay. Almost perfect timing, as if we're at 29 minutes. Thank you, game. Anyway, it's amazing how that works sometimes. But yes, we'll find out what Pinocchio is screaming about next time.